Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today in today's episode 117 of Manifest Monday. And today's a really special episode. A few things we just want to talk about. Today's episode is following your purpose versus following your talents. Usually we hear this a lot online, everywhere. You should always follow your purpose. So today we just want to discuss and talk a little bit more about it. Is it really true to follow your purpose or is it really true to follow your talent? And to get us started, I'm one of your hosts, DG, and I got my brother in the building, Ramon, and I got my other brother in the building, DJ Zanis, and we are the Spot Network. So, question for you guys to just get the thing started. We hear this a lot, bro. Follow your purpose, and sometimes your purpose can be things that are not going to help you financially, versus your talent in some things are you are good at and you can actually grow and create a financial success from that. But most often we hear people say follow your purpose all the time. So what do you guys think on this? Following your purpose versus following your talent.
Well, I almost think there's like a three layer of this thing, right? Like there's like
That's fair.
there's the passion, purpose, and then talent. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes I think a lot of people blur passion and purpose.
Right.
Sometimes like they're the same things. And I remember the first time I heard like the interesting take on it. I heard Ti saying it one time, and he was just like it took some while for me to understand, but he was like, I finally understood that music was my passion, not my purpose. And he was
Mm,
just like, when I started like buying, buildings in Atlanta and helping people in that area, I
Mhm,
really felt more purposeful about what I was doing in the world, but music was my passion. And I
mhm.
right.
just always thought those were the same thing, right? What I think what most people do is kind of like whatever they're passionate about, they feel like is their purpose, but that might not even always be the case. So but that's one part of the conversation, but the conversation of like talent being a different thing, that gets super interesting, right? Me and Z was
Right.
talking a little bit earlier today. It's like, what if you are passionate about something that you have no talent in, so passionate that you just swear this is what I should be doing,
Right. Right.
but you're not growing in it. You're not, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're not growing in it. You just, it's it's one of those things that I think at certain points, and it's tough because when you're a kid, you just have all this imagination in the world. You don't want to tell a kid like just get real, be realistic. Kid is when you're supposed to have imagination, but as you get
Right.
older, you do want to reshape what that looks like at least a little bit to be like, okay, I'm not talented in this. Either I could do something different in the business around it, but like what I thought I was my passion, that's probably not what I'm talented in. At some
Right.
point, you're gonna have to make that switch. It's super hard to probably tell anybody who's been in the music industry if you like loved music, like this ain't your shit. That like I'm sure that most people have been told that as a music artist, right? Like
Mhm.
somebody probably told Kanye that when he was rapping, somebody probably told Jay-Z that when he was rapping. Like anybody who's huge probably been told that too. So
Mhm.
Right.
it's a tough thing there, and I think that the hard question that like even develops in being is like, is that something that you should like take heed of? Is when people are telling you like that's not it, be like that's not my talent, or should you just keep working at it? That's the hardest piece. Is like which one,
Yeah. Hmm.
you know? So,
That's a good question. Before Z add his thoughts on that too, I just want to say you brought up a really good point. Like you talk about Kanye, people telling him, "Oh, don't
you
follow this."
can't rap.
Right. But my thing is sometimes it has to be a point though, like you talked about earlier about progress. If you're doing something,
Mhm.
if you're good at it, even when people are not everyone's not going to be telling you suck at this. If everyone is telling you, then that just shows that.
Yeah. No,
That's
that's real.
So that I think that's the distinction, right? Because someone might not like your music, but everyone's not going to say you suck because you're good at certain things. You might not like what I do, but you're not going to say I suck, right? But if everyone is telling you, bro, this shit is trash. Even your brothers, your friends around you, maybe it's time to reevaluate your passion then. Because if
Yeah.
you're good at something, there's always going to be haters, bro. No matter how big or dope you are, it's always going to be that person who are going to hit on you, who's going to hit on your talent. They're going to be like, you know what, I don't fuck with my music, even though you're good. But my thing, I'm just talking about like the collective. Collective has, you need some people like vouching for you, man. You're dope, bro. Keep going. Don't listen
Yeah.
to the haters.
What
Yeah.
if it's 10 out of 10 out of 100 that's telling you like you going crazy? Like 10 people, 90 telling you like, nah. Should there be like a rule of like this?
I think so, bro. I don't know, but it has to be because if you are good at something, you're gonna have feedback for sure.
Yeah.
There's
Absolutely.
for example, Z is on the set killing it, right? He's gonna know from the crowd. But if Z is out there playing music and everyone's like
Yeah.
sad, he knows
Yeah.
that music he gotta figure it out. Okay, I'm not connecting with the crowd. This is not it. If everybody out here is just like walking out, you are doing something wrong. That's the feedback I'm talking about in real time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think, Z?
I'm glad you mentioned that because that's what I love about DJing the most is like you know exactly immediately whether or not you're doing a good job or not. Now that's not always the case just because
Right.
everybody vibes differently, and that's something that like I've come to learn. Not everybody's gonna be cutting it up on the dance floor and whatnot. But if you see people head bobbing and all that stuff, like there's different cues where you know if like people are like tapped in. But I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think if there is no type of evolution or any progress being made, like if you started this 8 years ago and you still suck, you should probably reassess because it's just like, fam, like how have you invested 8 years into this and you still are terrible at it? Like,
Right.
you know, if you're out here trying to be a musician, a rapper, and I can't see any progress from the first song that you showed me 8 years ago to now, and it still sounds the same. It still sounds like it was recorded on the same microphone in the same studio. It still sounds local as hell. Like it's just there's no type of talent just recognized. That's the thing too, is just like there does have to be a blend. Like sometimes your talents don't always coincide with what your passions are. That's not always the case. However, if it is going to be something that you are going to pursue, there should be some talent in it, you know, right? Because to be passionate about something, like you have to suck initially, like, you know, right? Like that's the thing about being passionate about something is I didn't just start out as a dope ass DJ. I didn't just like, you know, come out of the womb and I was like, yo, I'm a dope ass DJ, right? You know, that's something that it takes repetition, just like athletes, you know, right? The first jump shot that you probably take, you're probably going to miss, you know, right? You know, but it's just a matter of continuing and sharpening your skills, and iron, you know, iron sharpens iron, you know, surround yourself with people who want to be better as well, you know, right? You have to be willing to be vulnerable enough to suck to like obviously evolve and make progress. But if there absolutely is no progress, you know, then it's something you just got to be real with yourself about, you know, right? If only 10 people out of 100 tell you that like your shit is all right or it's good, whatever the case may be, and the other 90 were just like, nah, this is not it. Ask yourself why, you know, right? Why get constructive criticism too. I'm not saying like listen to haters, because there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people who tell you that you're not capable of something, you know, right? And that's just because they're projecting, you know, their own insecurities or whatever the case may be. But I think that's something that you absolutely should take into consideration is along your journey. It's important to draw a line, right? You know, you have to have boundaries where you should go out and actively seek constructive criticism, but you shouldn't do it too much, right? Because like there's at some point, like not everyone's opinion is going to be relevant, right? There's always going to be some type of hate or envy or just like really just disinterest in whatever it is that you're doing. So like really you should seek guidance from people who actually genuinely believe in you and want the best for you. You know, for instance, like if I went to y'all and I was just like, and I showed y'all a song, I would expect y'all to tell me if it sucked, right? You know, like you may not have to like say it in a like hella trash ass way. Like yo, that shit was garbage, bro. Right? But even if y'all did say that, I'd be like, damn, all right, like, well, at least I know now that I need to go back to the drawing board with something, and like, let's discuss this, right? If somebody randomly, just in my comments on YouTube or IG, whatever case may be, was just like, oh, this is trash. It's just like, all right, cool. Like, bet. I don't care about that, right? But it's more so just about the people that have your best interests at heart, right? That you really should be going out and seeking guidance from, because not everybody else is just going to be as invested, right? And even some of the people that are closest to you aren't going to be as invested, but you would expect them to give you the real feedback that you need in order to be better.
Right. Because if I was IJJ Fitch, right, I would want my friends to tell me, yo, DG, I love you, bro. I see you're passionate about it. I don't know if he's actually serious about music. I don't know if maybe he's just trolling. I don't know. But if he was actually serious and that was his career, he was trying to like break through and become a musician, I would want my friends and family to tell me, DG, you're good at so many things, and this is not one of them. Because when it comes to music, when it comes to art, bro, most people are not going. When you have good, like, I listen to country music. When I find good country music, I might not be a big country music fan, but I know good songs. Like, I don't, not my song, but I'm not gonna say this is trash. Right. Like, if you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm talking about. So if you are pursuing, let's say your passion was to become a musician, and you sound like IJJ Fitch since like 2008. I remember the first time I heard him sing in college, and to this day, nothing has changed in my mind. Maybe I'm being a hater or whatever you want to call it. But to me, if that was my passion to become a musician, I'll hope my friends and the people around me, yo, DG, bro, you are dope at so many things, bro. Like, this is not it. And especially, go ahead.
Nah, I wholeheartedly agree, but just to play the other side, I think me and Z talked about this a little bit. Like, we were maybe some of the lucky ones that happened to be good at things that we was passionate about. Now, if I was super passionate the same way I was about rap when I started, you know what I'm saying? Like, that passionate, and people was telling me it was trash, maybe I would have stopped, but maybe I would have been like, I'm gonna prove these motherfuckers wrong and just keep trying to progressively get better. It would be hard to tell somebody like, hey, that shit that you passionate about, it's not for you. Somebody might be like, well, shit, what is then? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Going back to your point, though, you said you are going to try to get better. That's a whole different thing, because you actually put in the work. It's like I said, Ramon, you can maybe do 50 push-ups. You're like, DG, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to go to the gym every day and show you I can do. That's a different bargain instead of like, you just stuck and you're not actually trying. And in your head, you think you're that dope.
But is that like a lack of trying, or is that like this ain't for you? That's where it gets hard, because I think that the creative space is always tough. If somebody can't do 10 push-ups, you could probably end up doing 10 push-ups. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? But the creative is different. It's right. Like, we've seen people that like immediately is good right when they try. They open their mouth and this shit is fire immediately. Some people, it took some time. And they got good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the creative skill is different. And then also we're in such a weird place in landscape of music that things that technically don't have to necessarily be good to work.
Yeah. That's what I was literally about to say. I'm like, in today's age, you don't need to be talented anymore.
You know what I mean?
The music industry is 90% work ethic, 10% talent nowadays.
Right. So I think so what would you say? So DG, on that point, because I want to zero in on that. What if somebody was putting in the work, but the music just continuously wasn't there for like 3 years?
And
they were putting in that work. It was just putting in that work.
Bad, I would say, bro, like, you're dope. Maybe be a producer. Maybe be behind the scene. I'm not gonna discourage that person completely from like becoming an artist. I was like, there's so many ways that you can pursue music, but I don't think you have that it factor. Because for me, bro, like, I'm not a good singer. I can try, I can improve my vocal, but people are not gonna be like, damn, have you heard DG sing? I'm not gonna be that person. So the time I'm spending like 5, 6, 8 years working on that, I can maybe open my record label then, finding good singers then. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think most people try to be the face of the brand, even though knowing that they're not good at that specific thing, they keep trying instead of like pivoting and trying something else that they're talent that's gonna suit them a lot better.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
most people want to be the front.
Yeah. I agree. Like beating a dead horse is not going to get you anywhere, right? You know, that's the thing is the reason why I feel like people end up not making the progress or the evolution that they would like to see is because they're unwilling to budge on what that might look like, you know, right? Leon Thomas is a very talented singer. We know that, obviously. He's been in the industry for a long time as a songwriter, right? You know, like there were probably multiple people who told him he could not be the first, like he didn't have the it factor in order to be an artist, but he's a great songwriter, you know, like, right? His pen is crazy, right? But there were probably people for the longest time who were telling him like, yeah, you should probably just stay in that lane of songwriting because like you're really good at that, but maybe you probably just shouldn't sing your own songs, right? And now look at it, right? You know, like he didn't actually like break through as an artist until like a decade plus of him being in the industry, right? You know, and so but he figured out like what worked for him, right? You know, and that's the thing is just there's always art is subjective, you know, right? The thing about it is like music and whatnot, it's all very subjective, but there's always just so many lanes, like you mentioned, DG. Like you can go into songwriting, you can go into management, you can go into production, you can go into so many different avenues in order to like get to where it is that you want to be. You just have to be willing to evolve and go with the flow, you know, right? And just understand that I think the biggest thing about like music and art just in general is understanding that like your time will come if you truly believe that you will have the talent and the it factor that you envision and nobody else might be able to see it. If you genuinely believe it enough, as long as you continue to put in the work and continuously put in those reps and whatnot, your time will come. It's just you got to be willing to like be patient and see it through. And to the point of what we're saying, be real with yourself. I think the thing is just being real with yourself and just knowing that like, okay, I am making progress though, you know, right? Like I am better today than I was yesterday. I know I'm damn sure a lot better than I was 2 years ago, you know, 4 years ago, so on and so forth. But you just have to recognize that, you know, right? I think people lie to themselves though, right? You know, like people be lying to themselves like, oh, like, you know, like it's just at the end of the day, you can lie to everybody else, but like you got to be real with yourself.
Yeah. Right. And music's one of those just hard things, right? It's kind of like, you know, since it's so subjective, there's some things that we might absolutely think is trash and someone just love, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's tough. But I do remember, I remember hearing, I was watching a story on like Motown, like the label Motown, right? And they were talking about there was these two dudes, and I remember they said that they tried out to be singers on Motown. I forgot the name. I want to look it up later. Maybe I'll find the clip and clip this up later and get them on there. But it was like two dudes that was like they tried out to be on Motown, and Berry Gordy, who was the head of the label, said, "Nah, the voices ain't it. They don't have the it factor. That's not it, right? That's not it." But those songs that y'all wrote are crazy. I would love to hire y'all on as writers to the label. They went on to be some of the biggest writers and part of the machine that was Motown. They was helping write a lot of those songs that was coming out around that time. I'll go back and figure out what their names were. But like that's a prime example of what we're talking about is like if you're passionate about it, you got to be willing to kind of shift and figure out where the talent might actually be. Like you might write great songs and can't sing, like you said, DG. That don't mean that you can't be in the industry, but you just might not be the singer, you know, and that's hard for some people to hear. But like Z said, you got to be honest with yourself. And then I think even further than that, a lot of people got to be real with like, why in your mind, why do I want to be the face? Be honest with yourself, right? Like, is it because you want the girls, you want the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, be honest with yourself. I want to travel. I think when you get honest with yourself and you be like, these are the things that I want out of music, you realize you might not need to be the face to get it. Like sometimes the writers make more than the face. Sometimes the producer makes more than the face. Sometimes the venue owner makes more than the label owner makes more than the face. You know what I mean? So you really, honestly, it's like, you know, be honest with yourself. For why do you think you want to be the face? And what do you actually want out of the thing? You know, but just to play the other side a little bit, because I know, you know, me and, you know, DG, I think we're sometimes on the different side of like if about doing things that we love versus doing
Right.
things that's going to like really progress the lifestyle sometimes, right?
Right.
I know when we
Right.
go through like our would you rather question sometimes, and for some people, it's like hard for them to work hard and progress in anything they're not passionate about. For
Mhm.
me, sometimes it's like that. Like I think, you know, all of us are like blessed enough where we kind of can balance both, and we've been able to balance both sides. But for a lot of people, they can't, you know what I mean, lock in and be super great at something that they're not passionate about.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the honesty of it too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. And for me, what I've learned, bro, as I'm getting older, I'm passionate about taking care of myself and my family. So that's one thing
Yeah.
I've learned. So even
Mhm.
though I might not like a specific thing that I'm doing, but the fact that I got responsibility, I got people that are looking up to me. Those are the things I gotta be better at these things. Even though it's not like my life purpose right now,
Mhm.
but I gotta push and be better at this thing because I'm passionate about the people I love and care about. If I don't do this thing XYZ happen, I'm not going to be in that position to support and care for those things. So for that reason, I'm going to be passionate about it. And also what I've learned, there have been some things like business. I haven't really, you know, when we started the home health care business, I wasn't really passionate about it from the get-go. But as times goes by, when I start making progress, I'm like, oh, I actually I like this. You know, like I enjoy this, you know, I enjoy the building. I mean, I enjoy building this. It's fun. I'm making progress. You know, I'm doing things that I've never done before. I'm actually learning about the industry. So the fact that I started making progress, I started liking it more. And then
Mhm.
I feel like I actually enjoy it. That's why now I'm trying to like create more businesses in regards to that too, because I'm actually enjoying it. So
Right.
my thing is, if I was only focusing on passion, I'm only gonna do things that I'm passionate about. I'm not gonna do most of the things that I already done in my life because I'm not passionate about these things. I'm
Mhm.
not passionate about underwriting, but by being underwriting, it opened a whole new world when it comes to finance. You know what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
now I'm like, oh shoot, now I enjoy these things. I mean, I'm enjoying finance, I'm enjoying investment. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to say is that it's not always going to be things that you're passionate about. Sometimes you just got to go into things and try to be better. The more you learn about it, the more progress you make. You're like, oh, I'm enjoying these things. But if you only just go, I got to do things I'm passionate about, you're not going to try anything. You're just going to be so limited and just put yourself in a box. But sometimes,
Right.
in order for you to discover yourself, what I've learned just from my personal experience, you have to try different things. Like, for example, fitness. I'm passionate about fitness, but now I'm looking about like, I'm passionate about these other things more now than my main purpose in fitness, which is kind of
Right.
crazy. I never would have
Mhm.
known until I actually explore and try new things. You know,
Mhm.
so for me, that's why I'm learning now to try new things, get good at it, and then you realize you don't even hit it this bad. In the
Right.
beginning, you just didn't know because you never actually try and explore these things. So for me, that's kind of like my advice for just people who are like passionate about things. Like I'm only going to focus on my purpose. Maybe like try other things. You never know. You know, life is all about experimenting new things. You know, because at the end of the day, one thing I also learned too, bro, our passion and purpose changes over time. Things
I
that
was
we are
about to say
passionate
that.
about right now, we're not going to be passionate about them 8 years ago, and that's okay. That's why life is all about evolution. Sometimes we realize, you know what, I'm into something completely different. Back then, I used to be so into video games, bro. I'm telling you, I was so passionate about games. I was passionate about music. Now, all those things, I'm not really into them. Now, I'm in a whole different. I have a whole different mindset right now when it comes to my passion and purpose. So, our passion are not always static. It changes over time.
Yeah. I think the reality too is even if you do find something that you're passionate about, you're still gonna have to do a bunch of shit that you're not gonna want to do
Right.
anyways,
Mhm.
you know, in order to be successful, right? You know, and so the idea of just being real with yourself is, you know, as I've gotten older, I'm more so on the side of I'm not gonna invest a lot of time into something that I don't care about, you know,
Right.
right? Because I just feel like it is a waste of time and wasted effort, you know, right? Because I just know that like that's not something that's really gonna like serve me in the long term. But I think also just understanding like there are certain things that you're gonna have to do, and I get it. Like we still have to survive, we still have to make ends meet and all that stuff. Like you know, like everyone understands it's there's things that you have to do in order to just exist, right? You know, and provide. But I think when it comes to like following like your passions and your purpose, if you care about it enough, you're going to see it through, right? You know,
Right.
something that I don't care about, I just know that I'm not going to see it through, you know, right? Like that. And that's the reason why I focus on what it is that I'm passionate about, what it is that like gives me purpose, gives my life purpose, is because I know that even on the days that I don't want to be doing it, like I just know that I have to do it, you know, right? Like there's no, you either make excuses or you make it happen, you know, right? It's one of the two, you know, right? But I love this thing so much. I go to sleep thinking about it every night and wake up thinking about it every morning, that I'm just gonna do the shit, you know, right?
Yeah.
Because I care about it that much. Me going to that 9 to 5, I couldn't do it anymore. Like I said, I literally woke up one day and I was just like, you know what? I can't do this shit anymore. You know, right? Like I don't have the desire to. And yes, could I be doing it? Absolutely. I could still be doing my 9 to 5 right now. But I just recognize that it's not something that serves me right now. And I think, to the point of what we mentioned earlier, it's just about knowing yourself, you know, right? Like it's about understanding what it is, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, you know, right? And just making it happen, you know, right? By any means necessary, you know, right? But there's things that I'm talented at, like, you know, my sister and people will tell you I was a really good drawer when I was younger. Like I was really good at art. Like I could draw my ass off, you know, when I was younger. But I'm still a decent drawer to this day, but it's just like obviously something that when you stop practicing it, like I'm not as talented as I was when I was younger, but I wasn't passionate about it, right? You know, I was just like, I'm good at this, but like it's not something that really compels me. Same thing with football. I was a pretty good athlete, you know, right? It's funny because when I went to the gym, DG, I think I told you, my homie who owns the gym, Coach B, I was working out at the gym the other day, and he was like, man, he's like, you sure you didn't play college football? Because he's like, you would have been a goddamn beast. And I'm like, I know I could have, right? You know, I was offered a partial scholarship to go to Western State University, you know, for which was a D2 school, you know, for football. But I wasn't passionate about football, you know, right? It was just something that I was talented at. Like, you know, I recognized that I had some talent in it. But it's just knowing myself. I just know that certain things, like I probably won't see something through that I don't really care about at the end of the day, you know, right? At some point, like the motivation is going to die. And then at that point, it just kind of like falls back on discipline. But it's just like, why am I being so disciplined? That's something that I don't care about, you know, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just about knowing yourself.
All right. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point you brought up. See, because when I was younger, bro, I was passionate about art and drawing. I used to draw all the time. You know, that's one of the reasons I was trying to become an architect. But I realized, like, as I got older, I was like, oh, man, I don't want to do this anymore. So my passion at that time wasn't passion no more. That's kind of what I was saying. Passion changes over time. For me, it's just like finding what you are talented at, right? Because at the end of the day, I realized that sometimes you can be passionate. There are some people who, luckily, they are passionate about something and they are good at it, right? Which is good. If you want to be that person and go all in, then you just won the lottery. But there are some people, they are passionate about something and they're stuck at that thing. Then and they're like, fine. If you're that person, maybe it's time for you to find something else. And there are like some people, they're passionate about something, they're good at it, but they don't really care. They're like, I'm in between. I really don't know if I like this, right? So for me, those three people, number one should go all in, right? Because like if you like football and you're good at it, whenever you go play ball, people are like, damn, Z, like you're killing it, and you actually enjoy playing football, do that. But you suck, you like to, no one pick you. If you play like pickup game, like you're the last person getting picked every game, even for a layup, you're missing layups all day, and you keep. It's not like you're not trying, but you're actually trying to be better. You're spending all your time. I'm talking about like spending your time and energy to be better at this, but you're still at the bottom. And it's time for you to reevaluate your, say like, I'm not going to make this. Because at the end of the day, I believe to be successful at the top in any field, right, you have to have some type of talent. It has to be there. But if you just don't have that at all and you suck at that, and then you're wasting time and you're not making progress and you're getting older, at what point you're going to realize, man, shit, I'm not getting younger no more. I'm like in my 40s and I'm still trying to do this. And I'm not making any progress. And that's all I'm doing right now. And then you have family, they're depending on you. Like at one point, you got to realize maybe, you know what, maybe I need to look at this passion thing a little bit different.
Yeah.
Maybe I got to do things that I'm good at. That's the point I'm trying to convey. Because you see people so fixated on what they're passionate about, and they're not good at it. And then they just spend time and effort, you know, just circling out specific things, wasting time, then support themselves or their family, right? And like, I want to be a football player, bro, but you're like 40. You're not gonna be able to make it to the pro. But I can go overseas and play in China. Like, come on.
And that's the toughest thing, because the main thing that I think about, like, is the things that we're mainly talking about in this realm is probably either creative based or physical based, right? The things that like you almost need the talent in, right? Because I'm thinking if there's somebody that was talented about something that wasn't something that was a learnable skill, and they just had no talent in it, but they were passionate, I might choose them. If I have, let's say if I had a company, somebody applied and he was just like, I don't have any talent in this thing. It wasn't a creative or physical thing, but they was like, I don't have any talent, but I'm super, super passionate. I'm wondering if I take them over the person that's like, yeah, I'm talented, but I don't really care about this shit. Who would y'all take?
I mean, that's hard though. Because
if it's not a creative or physical,
right? But what about the person who actually passionate about it and good at it? For me,
of course, that's who we want. Of course, we want that. We want the, but that's what we said. Not everybody's talented and passionate at the same time.
Yeah, I'm taking the former.
Which one?
Former, the first one.
The passionate one.
Yeah, because I mean, there's been plenty. Like I think about it like in business, right?
I want to make sure I understand that. So the person is passionate about this thing, but they're not good at it, though, right?
Not good at it.
But you can teach
it's not
somebody.
Physical, it's not physical and not creative. So think about that.
You can teach somebody to be good at something, though, is what I'm saying. Like that's the thing. Is just like especially in like when it comes to like business and stuff like that. For instance, like just like you said, like finance. You can teach finance to somebody, right? You know, like as long as they have the IQ in order to have obviously learn a new skill. You know, right? Like if they just dumb, then it's just like, all right, you know, you probably not going to be like very suited at this, you know, right?
That's what I'm thinking though.
If they have the capacity to do so, the passion is more important than anything, right? Because like a learned skill, that's easy. It's just like, all right, I could show you how to do this and what it is that I do, you know, right? But somebody who just doesn't, even if they possess the talent but just don't really care. Prime example, I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but my old roommate, he was great at a lot of things. He is amazing at a lot of things. Doesn't have the passion for damn near any of them, right? You know, right? But he's amazing at what he does, right? You know, like, and as an employee, I saw him because we worked together, you know, right? Like he just really wouldn't care about shit. Like he'd just be like, all right, just coming to collect a paycheck. And it's just that type of energy isn't something isn't someone that you really want in your like business, because like that's not going to do well for your business, especially in the long term, right? You know, like, but if you're talking about somebody who's actually passionate about what it is that you're doing, and
they don't get it, you keep training them, teaching them, but they just don't get it, but they're passionate about that shit too. But like, DG, this is how you do it. The next day, I'm like, fuck, I don't know how to do it again, bro.
But I'm hungry though. I'm hungry though.
So what? Like, I'm gonna fire their ass. What do you mean? Like, I'm gonna give their ass a shot. But like, you know, right? Like,
one more game.
I don't know. Like,
one more game. Let me get. Hold up, before you let me go, man.
My thing is, you can't just be fucking up. Like, we all understand. Like, people, like, nobody wants a fuck up. We all understand that. Nobody wants to fuck up. Like somebody who's just like, you know what, damn man, I just can't get this shit right. You know, like, can you show me one more time? Man, I showed you 18 times how to do this already. Right? Nobody wants that person that you got to hold their hand through anything. Nobody wants to fuck up. Nobody wants that. Right? But I honestly think, yeah, I don't know, like, and that's just more so like my own personal opinion. I feel like I'm always like lean towards like people who are passionate about something, because like if you're talking about building something substantial, especially in the long term, you have to look at people who believe in the vision more than anything, right? You know, like just for instance, like LaRussell, you know, like LaRussell with his manager. I don't think his manager was like, I don't think she had managed anybody before, but she was just passionate about what it was about the movement. And it was just like, I can teach you, this is what it is that I'm doing. And then we just kind of like learn this together, you know, right? Those are the type of people that you want to ride with you, because it's just like, they're like, fuck, I don't know how to do this, but we gonna figure it out together. That's the type of people that you want around you, because it's just like I said, those are all learned skills. And a lot of the shit that is really just trial and error, you know, right? We're not talking about like a creative skill or like a physical attribute, like, you know, being, you know, a 275-pound specimen like LeBron James. We're not talking about any of that shit, you know, right? We're talking about learned skills where it's just like, we can figure this out together. I'm always going to take the person who's passionate and believes more than anything than the person who has some talent but just doesn't really care, you know, right? Like, that's just not a good look for, like, especially in the long term for your business.
What about a doctor?
Let's just make it, since we like look close on. Let's just make that the would you rather for today. So Z's on that side. Where you at, DG? Would you rather?
No. I want to ask Z before we get to that. I want to ask Z another question, follow-up question. So what about a doctor, right? You have a doctor who's talented, knows everything, and the other doctor is passionate about medicine and all that. But now you need a surgery. Who are you going to? The one who's talented, you're like, I really don't really care about this work as a doctor, or the one who's passionate about, you know, medicine and all that, but he doesn't really have all the talent and skill sets yet. What are you gonna do?
Well, of course, I'm going to the person who actually knows what the hell that is that they're doing. That's a different discussion, bro.
Life or death, brother.
That's literally life or death, bro. That's a completely different situation.
Wake up with my left spleen gone.
I'm not going under the knife of somebody who doesn't know what they.
Right?
I'm not going under the knife of the medical student who's really passionate about this shit, but they still got another 6 years ahead of them in order to get their certifications and all that. There ain't no way, fam. Like, what? That's life or death. Like, that's that's a no-brainer, fam. Like, yes.
For me, I'm going to person with a talent. And when it comes to business, right? Who's talented, who knows what they're doing. Maybe they're lazy, but they're talented. If they're willing to do that, we can like kill it together. But they just don't really care that much. So I'm going with the talent.
That is crazy.
There's somebody who's passionate
lazy
about it.
I don't want lazy energy around me.
Okay, now let's remove lazy, talented, right? Because someone who's passionate about something, but they're not good at it, right? And they're not going to be good at it. If they're going to grow and become good, that's a whole different thing. What I'm hearing is
they would, though. That's my point. Is if it's not creative or physical, a lot of things can be learned. We're talking about. I'm just talking about a capable person that's not good at it. A capable. We're not saying like he can't learn math.
Some people can't learn math.
Some people can't, but I'm not talking about somebody who's not capable. They're not good at it.
We're talking about they have the capacity to do it.
They have the capacity, right? Like
They may not know the skill right now, but it's just like every job that we've worked in our lives, we're do that before.
I'm not talking about, because I feel like we're different, right? I'm talking about when I think about this question, I'm thinking about someone who
you're hiring somebody, right?
Right. Who, for example, like there's some people who just don't understand math, right? No matter how much you teach them calculus and all that. So imagine that person trying to be an engineer.
Why would you want to hire a dumb motherfucker though?
No, but they're not dumb. But when it just comes to that specific skill, they just can't grasp that. No matter how you teach them, right? So at the end of the day, that person, I'm not going to waste my time with that person, because I know there are certain people who just don't understand certain things. Yeah, they might learn, pick up, but it's going to take them. The learning curve is so far ahead for them to even catch up. So I'd rather find that person who is already talented. That's passionate about it.
Like you said, like most people are not like us. I'm only hiring like somebody who's like me or like us, you know, right? Those are the only type of people that I really want to employ, you know, right? Because, you know, like I said, we're talking about skills that you can train somebody on how to do something, right? You know, like it's honestly not rocket science, right? You know, I can train you how to do it, right?
But for us, I'm saying for us, but there are some people, bro, Z, like no matter what you train them, there are certain things, you know, when it comes to medicine, science, math, no matter how you train them, some people are not just built for that. They're not going to be good at it.
I'd like to argue that, DG, on a lot of people that aren't good at it aren't passionate about it either, though. Like they might have just been pushed to be a doctor because their parents did. They're not good at it, but they was never passionate about it either, right? It's like it's, you know what I mean? Like I would argue that a lot of people aren't passionate about it who aren't good at it.
I agree.
I am passionate about learning to be an engineer. Whatever it takes, I am passionate. I will try as much as I can. Like you said, some people it's just not going to connect. But I honestly believe that if someone like really was passionate about it, and it was something that wasn't creative, because sometimes the creative thing just doesn't click, or physical, like professional athlete, those are one-offs. Outside of that, and like an average capable person, average capable is what I'm calling them, but like they're capable. I think if they was passionate about something, they could learn it. It might take longer.
Yeah,
it might take longer, but they could.
Yeah, but I mean, if you would give the person 20 years, then cool. But I'm talking about something that
we're not talking about 20 years, bro. Like we're talking about like what is a skill that's gonna take more than like honestly, like I could train somebody probably on how to do a lot of things in the business world and stuff, like invoicing and all that stuff. Like I could train somebody on how to do that, and like
those are easy though. I'm thinking like the hard tests, right? Doing like there are certain fields that require like tremendous amount of math and all that calculation. There are certain people, no matter how hard you train them, they're not going to like be good because they're not just built for that. No matter how hard they try, like it might take them maybe 10 years to finally pass the fucking LSAT. But it's just the fact that
I'm gonna always take the passionate person who's just genuinely like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make this happen, over the person who's like, they have the talent but they're lazy, bro. I'm never gonna take that person. I'm always take that person who's
lazy is different, but I'm telling you who has the talent and they're not passionate about it. Because you can have the talent. Because I would say for us, right, for our jobs, we have the talent, we get the work done, but are we passionate about it? We're still getting it done, but it's not something that we are passionate about. But we have to talent. That's what I'm thinking. When I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about us, right? At my job, because I have the talent to do that. But is it something I'm passionate about? No. That's I'm not going above and beyond. I could if I wanted to.
That's a little fair. That's there's
that's how I look at it.
Arguments in both, right? Like if you look at us specifically, right? I'm thinking in the job that I have, there was somebody, and I wouldn't say he was like crazy passionate about the business, but he wanted to do good. He just couldn't crack the code. And if it's like me versus him, I don't really care about the shit, but I can operate. You know what I'm saying? So
that's how I look at it.
It's tough. I think I'm more, if I had to choose someone in my circle, I need them to be passionate. I just need them to want better.
I agree.
Because if they're passionate enough in this thing, and this is kind of like probably taking a cheat roll, and this thing specifically ain't it, like Z said, I could find something for you else to be a part of the. If you're passionate about what we're doing, I can find something else. You could, like you said, you can invoice, you could post on social media for us. If you're passionate about the brand, we need other things that we don't like to do. If you're passionate enough, you could get those done.
I agree.
You might not be what you thought in this role for us, but I got something for you over here if you're passionate. If you just come here and you like, man, you bringing the energy down to everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock that shit out. You ask somebody about the thing, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll knock that shit out later, man." You know what I mean? I don't know. It's gonna be done, but it's like, man, I don't care about that shit at all. It's just a weird energy to have around something you would be building. No,
I agree. With that example, I feel like the way you articulated that, then I agree. I'll go that route, right? Because they might not be able to do this, but they're passionate enough that they can focus on other areas of the brand. I'm okay with that. So I do agree.
That's how I do.
I was just talking about like just one specific thing. That person like, okay, I want to be an astronaut. This is what I want to do. And then the person like they fill all the basic math class, and then wasting my time 8-10 years, bro. You got to take all these exams. And like, I'm passionate about this thing, DG, but every single exam they can pass. I'm sorry. I want to pick the dude who like, you know what? I'm dope. I'm bomb. I'm an astronaut. I can do this shit. I don't care about this shit, but I can do it.
I'm a fly though.
So I'm gonna pick that person. But the way you articulated that, Ramon, I do agree with you. In that scenario, I'm gonna pick the person who's passionate about it. Or, hey, bro, listen, you might not be the face of the brand, but you can do the invoice. Are you okay with that? Cool. Yes, we got. Let's go. So yeah,
because those are the type of people that are gonna carry your business so much further than the people who may possess the talent, but like just don't really care. Like the people who are actually passionate about the vision and what it is that you're doing, they're gonna go to hell and back with you through everything, you know, right? And you can find a position for them somewhere. Like you can find I'm gonna find something for you to do, right? You know, but just the fact that you're genuinely just like you care so much about the mission and what it is that we're doing. Like I want you on my team, like why would you not want somebody like that on your team? Those are the type of people who are going to carry your business so much further in the long term, especially, you know, right? Like, whereas a lot of other people are going to burn out. You're going to have those people who, you know, quit probably after 6 months. You know, every business has that, right? You know, but like we're talking about like the people who are on the board of directors. Those are the people who are passionate, who saw from the beginning, like and took the business to where it is now. Now we have 4,000 employees, right? We have plenty of those employees who like come and go, right? It's a revolving door, right? You know, you have plenty of those people, right?
And guarantee they didn't know HR at that time. They didn't know payroll. They didn't know all these things. You know what I'm saying?
But those are the irreplaceable people who are just like, they may not have known how to like run a business or do the job, but they were so passionate about the vision that they were just like, fuck it.
Sign me
up. I'm on board, you know, right? Like we'll just figure this shit out together. Those are the people that you want.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. That was definitely a good point, man. I know we had a hard stop time today, man. So definitely it's definitely a good point to think about, man. And it's tough to even I wanted to see if I would look at it differently I've always been on the passion side. I wanted to see if I would look at it different from hiring standpoint. But I think we kind of look at it from the same perspective, right? Of like, you know, talent versus passion, you know. So at the end of the day, if y'all could just say it, what's more important, talent or passion?
For me, talent. Talent's more important.
I would say passion.
Yeah, talent's more important.
I'm going passion too, man. I seen too many talented people, man, not getting no fucks, man.
Yeah, I've seen
too many passionate people haven't done anything either.
I mean, you know, we talk about it. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Like we know it, right? You know, you in a perfect world, you'd want somebody who has both, right? You know, but I think LaRussell is a prime example, right? You know, like he actually has talent, you know, right? But like I am not the biggest fan of LaRussell's music. I think he makes all right music, you know, right? Like it's not really just like my cup of tea, but I just fuck with his vision and what he's doing so much that it's just like, yeah, man. I mean, how can you not tip your hat to that, you know, right? Like, and we're unfortunately, just like Ramon mentioned earlier, is in this industry, you don't necessarily need talent anymore, you know, in order to be successful. Not saying that should always be the case or that's how things are, but it's just like we said, hard work is always going to be talent when talent doesn't work hard. So,
for sure, man. Well, any last words y'all got for the people?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone for supporting the Spot Network, man. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and we're gonna be here every week, Monday Manifesting, man, talking about all these great topics. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, salute to
everybody who taps in each and every week, man. You know, and just to be transparent, we missed a couple of weeks in the last, and you know, we a little shaky over this year, but that's only 2 weeks out of 117, man. So we back at it like a crack addict, man. You know what I'm saying? We back on, man. But we appreciate everybody taking the ride for us. We're gonna have some really dope things on the way, so make sure you tapped in.
Yep.
All right, fellas, y'all be easy, man. Catch y'all soon.